So being that I do proselytize, I encourage people to, God willing, love God and Torah to such an extent that they would want to convert one day. I'm able to trim it down with the bare the I mean not the bare minimum, but I think it was minimal from the beginning. They just added so much throughout the like the centuries, different traditions and this and that, and no one ever said let's reel some stuff back. It's just
So
like
let me ask. So if you had to pick like one Jewish text outside of Tanakh for say only read Tanakh and this one other thing, and I guess I don't have like a stricter criteria. What would you say is the best to go with?
so I would even eliminate Nach, which is like
Okay, no, the Nevi'im and the Ketuvim, yes.
correct. So then I would stick with the Torah and this work called Mishnah Torah. So Mishnah Torah is Maimonides, his attempt at codifying all of Jewish law in 14 volumes. And that's all you need to master Judaism. Because the prophets and the writings, they just give you a historical account of these characters. But being that they can't add or take away one law, it doesn't become authoritative, right? They're there just to amplify the Torah. So to be a kosher Jew, you just have to master the 5 books of Moses and the oral law. I mean, I'm an Orthodox Jew, so I believe in the oral law. Groups like Reform, they're a little more fluid on what they consider socially binding in Judaism. But Orthodox Jews believe in the oral law. The question is, what is the oral law? So for us, the oral law comes from the Mishnah, and what you have in the Gemara, which is the other part of the Talmud, is debates on how to properly apply the authoritative statements in the Mishnah, which are essentially the rulings of the Sanhedrin, which no longer exists, ceased to exist around the 3rd or 4th century of the Common Era. And that's all you need. Like if you master Mishneh Torah, which you could go through in 1 year if you do 3 chapters a day, or in 3 years if you do 1 chapter a day, you would have mastered. I mean, you would know more than probably 99% of the rabbis out there who probably spend most of their time studying Kabbalah and things that aren't, considered source material.